Hi.
Hello.
Yes, we're here. And
I
you know what that
expected
means on this
more,
day of the week?
even though it has felt like Friday all day today.
Yeah, just
It's
a little
still
bit.
Alpha with Thursday.
It sure is. We know what we got to do.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah! Woo! Yes. 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 Play the bridge. Yes.
And the
Hell
final
yeah.
verse.
Yeah, yeah. A, A, B, A. Oh, God, yeah.
Now it's
I still
official.
haven't played that trick on Kuro, but sometimes that will come on my shuffle and I'll have to say, like, whoops, you're not allowed to hear this yet. She'll go, what on earth are you talking about?
Nah.
And I usually just say, like, I'll tell you when you're older, which confuses her because I refuse to go into it. Um,
Does she ever watch any of our shows?
oh, heavens no.
No? Never?
Uh, Not unless I specifically request, like, here's a thing you'll really like.
This is how unpopular we are, folks. Not even her girlfriend will watch us.
And she's on some of them.
She's on some of them, and she still
Although,
doesn't watch.
excellent news.
Yeah?
Um, this was her first week of day shift.
Za!
Finally. So, within the nearish future, once she's settled, she may be able to play a stream with you. Although
Za!
she has to go to bed fairly early.
Oh, that's fine.
But she gets home quite early. Well, I don't know what time you get home and can be ready to go.
I can be available by 6. If I'm available that night, I can be available by 6.
She is home from work at about 5:45, so that actually worked really well.
Uh, if she eats on the stream, yes. But that's totally if she's comfortable with it. I don't give two fucks whether somebody does or not.
All right. Well, I will leave that in her hands, but I'm just saying that it
Yeah, I
has
was gonna.
now become an option.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell her to get in touch with me. But anyway, we are doing a thing here, and that thing involves adolescence and the sexual implications that tend to go with it. So,
Yeah.
where we left off stat wise, as we continue in the middle of chapter 3,
I'm 15 and a half.
about.
I'm single as a Pringle. I'm on the brink of death, but I'm very smart. And
You're not too
I am,
calm, but otherwise, you're at least a reasonable human being, if not better.
yeah, this is all. I, yeah, sure, whatever. And
You're,
I have
you're
five
poor.
dollars to
You're
my
poor as
name.
shit. All
Well,
right.
folks, it looks like, despite the fact that this is inaccurate to how my actual life went, I think I need a job.
So, are you gonna go get a job?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Only one thing you can do here. So first you can take one of these teenage level jobs.
Um, I would say assistant law office. I like filing.
Uh, Filled by somebody else. Try again.
Yes.
Same thing or try elsewhere.
Is it like a coin flip?
Well, it said you had all the qualifications, but somebody else filled it, so I'm guessing it's random chance of some sort or another. Probably
Oh, let's
another
see what
coin flip.
happens if we try again.
You want to?
Yeah, sure.
Tails again.
Interesting.
I assume you want to go until you get it.
Let's do two more tries.
Both for the same job?
Yes, please.
Heads.
Hooray!
All right.
Well, then, what's the job event?
Let's go back and find out.
Holy shit.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose one here.
Indeed.
So the job event, you say?
Yeah.
In your own opinion, you've been doing a good job at work. Your boss, however, constantly complains about the pickiest things. He never tells you when you've done a good job. When you do something wrong, he really lets you have it, even when you fuck up on something easily correctable.
Hey.
To make matters worse, most of the mistakes you make are his fault. Now he's called you into his office for a quote-unquote discussion. Usually means you're going to get yelled at for something. Sometimes you think that he's sleeping with the office manager, and being married to his own wife is driving him straight to the funny farm.
Anxious, listen quietly.
Yeah, you've become used to this kind of abuse, but you shouldn't have. Don't you know that if you listen to negative things enough about yourself, you eventually believe that you deserve them? I guess you don't actually get to answer that one.
And I also don't want to get fired. It took me a long time to get that job.
True enough.
Let's do the clear out the bottom row.
Okay. I think we hit this on the last episode. I'm pretty certain I know what this episode is. And if I'm right, you need exactly 1 more month of age to get there.
Let's do a high school.
Okay. In gym, everyone has to take the presidential test or something like that for physical fitness. Everyone has to run the 50-yard dash. Oh God, that is merciful compared to now, or what I had. Last year when Mary went running, she tripped at the end. All the Belmar Hills boys were watching, and they were extremely cruel.
Huh.
I know what I would have done at 16 years old. I actually had the body to do this.
Yeah. You're a very fast man.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Well...
I've let it go. I haven't practiced.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I wouldn't have gone all out, but it definitely would not have been because of my hair. It's because I didn't particularly like trying.
Fair enough.
Especially in gym.
Between the two options, what were you closer to?
Not trying.
So hair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No way. You're not going to knock yourself out for this test. Like the president really cares if you can run 50 yards. Really. Okay. Shall we try the social event again?
Yeah.
Given the hint that I just gave you, what do you suppose this is?
I don't know, and that's why I'm a little freaked out.
Junior prom. You have to be junior age, which traditionally is about 16.
Yeah, I went to junior prom.
So we're going to go?
Yeah.
With who?
I went with a friend group, and I asked a friend to go with me.
Congratulations, Chibi.
What did she survive? Oh, she made it to the end of the game?
She did. She made it to the natural ending.
I'm jealous. There's no way I'm making it that long.
Well, not tonight at the very least. There's too much left.
Well, no. But I'm practically on supplementary oxygen.
That's true. Okay. So,
no offense to those on supplementary oxygen.
So given options here.
Well, I am not currently dating anyone in the game. So I don't have a steady boyfriend.
We could take the stab at either one if you so wish.
See, being queer is a queer lady is nice because you're allowed to do the asking.
Right.
I
mean, in this day and age, do the fucking asking anyway.
Yeah, for real, guys.
Have some balls. Grow some courage.
Woman up. I I did not date the woman I asked. I probably would have. She's very pretty. And she was funny and very smart.
Mm.
But I believe she was straight, so we just went as friends.
Mm.
I was pretty sure that nobody would ask me, so I guess I can go with the third one.
Okay. The guys practically line up to ask you to be their prom date. Guys you've never even seen before are scrambling for your attention. Your date looks foxy in a sexy black European cut tux. The events that transpire over the course of the evening include you and your date having a memorable time and taking a moonlight stroll on the beach, where you pause for a bit of sandy romance.
Sandy Romance is the worst Carmen Sandiego villain.
What a vile experience, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Well, alright then. Yeah, I agree with you.
Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on. I didn't start that. I did not fire the first pun. Get out of here with that.
Absolutely nothing I said was a pun, thank you very much.
You played with words.
No, I made a reference.
Yeah, but Sandy Romance is not a name. You twisted it condescendingly.
It's still not wordplay. Or else your definition of wordplay is all jokes are wordplay because they consist of words.
That, and the fact that I can't keep falling on the business end of this little dagger.
Yes, you can, and you will, because you love it.
Where to? Before I go straight to the physical and make you die.
And just murder me. If that happens, I do have Oberdin installed.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Chibi's gonna ban you from your own stream as the streamer.
That would be a trick.
I would actually like to see if you could do that. I'm sure that's not true. Although, you can ban... Didn't one of us ban you from your own chat?
You
banned yourself or something?
You
Something
may have
like
at
that
one
happened.
point. I forget. I don't know.
It rocked.
I bet it did.
It was great, and Twitch is broken, and
Chibi
probably sells your data.
Chibi banned herself.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. That's very good.
Anyway,
let's do the physical one. Coin flip. Do I live or die?
you're shopping at a drugstore. It's almost closing time. The manager is letting the customers out one by one, keeping the door locked so nobody else can come in. You're in the rear of the store making a phone call. Suddenly, a man at the cash register takes out a gun and announces a holdup. He looks drunk. The gun looks fake. It's hard to be sure from where you're standing.
Gun violence is really upsetting. Frightened, phone the police?
You move solely on instinct. You quietly and carefully dial the police and whisper into the receiver. The police are quick to arrive and he is easily subdued. You acted bravely. Well, you're still alive. Congratulations. Now what?
That really took all the wind out of my sails. What with
Have you lost
recent and constant American events?
Have you lost the will to live?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that much is good news, at least.
I will go until my poor health from ingesting bleach as a child. Thank you, headset. As I was saying, I will go until my poor health from ingesting bleach as a child finally does me in.
I did do that already, and that was as a means of introing the game without spoiling very much.
How long did you make it? Can you set up to change the odds of coin flips?
No, I didn't have to. I had a very unlucky coin flip, intentionally aiming for the bleach episode.
Okay. Let's go left to right then. Gerb.
Left to right. Here we go. You notice someone stealing an extremely large amount of valuable property from work.
How vague. I'm concerned.
Did you say I'm concerned or unconcerned?
Sorry, I am.
Okay.
Me, Jackie, am concerned.
Okay.
Jackie, am concerned.
Jackie, am concerned. Okay.
And Jackie... Tell the boss. Jackie, tell the boss.
Jackie, am, tell boss.
Jackie, am, tell boss.
The boss asks if you can prove what you're saying. Since you have no pictures or direct evidence, he tells you that there's nothing he can do. This is one of those times when you think the whole world is completely insane. Oh, hell. It is.
Yep. Yeah, this happens.
There's a reason I'm ad-libbing here, folks. I can't read the same damn script every time I run this game.
Yeah, it's true. This was 2 playthroughs pretty close together for you.
Yeah.
You may want to spread your next run out before you have someone else run it.
That's what I'm going to do.
Middle social, please.
Middle social. While you're shopping in town one day, a woman who introduces herself as a photographer tells you that you are very beautiful and that she might be able to get you some modeling work. What do you plan to do having been given that card?
How old is she?
How old is she?
Yes.
Didn't say. I don't think.
How do I know if she's hitting on me or not?
Internet?
Was the internet invented yet?
Not
What year was this game?
87. It wasn't invented in the form that we know it.
Yeah, it's definitely not for public use yet.
No. There was ARPANET.
Yeah, but, I mean, nobody I knew had access to that.
Right.
Sure, let's try interested visit. We are now losing the plot of Jackie's life because so many things are so different. So now I don't exactly know what my overarching goal is.
Well, then now I guess this just becomes fictional creative writing, huh?
Yeah, I'll try not to be too much like I want to win, quote unquote. I will try to be somewhat realistic.
Okay.
But I have lost my overarching philosophy, and thus this is going to get a little faster and looser than it already is.
This is why I'm looking forward to having Solar do her run, because we know the kind of chaos that's going to be.
Yeah.
The woman tells you that she's just been given an assignment to shoot some models for a famous women's lingerie manufacturer. Would you be willing to pose for some pictures for a $500 check?
People seem to think I'm attractive.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, no... Hang on. How old am I?
You're 16 and change.
I think that's illegal. The argument could be made that this is child pornography.
It could.
I don't think the game knows that. I
plead the fifth.
Yeah. And I can't really think of any child pornography cases where they then charge the child with a crime. So I'm going to say let's do it.
Okay. Good. All you have to do is take off all your clothes and have a seat over there.
All except for the lingerie, you'd think.
Actually, Chibi, you caught on to the joke I was aiming for. Very dark in nature, but yes.
Oh shit. He does know what it means. That's fucked up, Alpha. Not
everybody knows by now. I play to the dark shock factor.
I know. What I'm telling you as your friend is that skirts the line.
I know.
Just for future reference.
I know. I always skirt the line. Now, speaking of skirts.
And I line the skirt.
For those
Do they really mean all clothes, or is it like clothes except for the underwear set I'm theoretically wearing?
Well, considering that this was supposed to be a lingerie shoot, and the photographer said take all your clothes off, I think this is going beyond the point of what was advertised. And, by the way, for those of you who don't know, plead the Fifth means the Fifth Amendment in the U.S. Bill of Rights, which protects against self-incrimination.
So when someone says, when being asked to testify in court, I plead the Fifth, you are not, when somebody asks you a question...
Trade secret.
And it would implicate yourself in illegal activity. You are allowed to say, I plead the Fifth. And you will not have to answer the question. Although what it does mean is I've 100% done something illegal, but I don't want to say it.
And but
you're not allowed to call me on it.
That is precisely what I was going to say. Pleading the Fifth is an admission of guilt. I don't care what the legalist side of that is. Why would you plead the Fifth if you don't have something to hide? That is all. Jumping off soapbox, please continue.
Well, yes, but it's a little bit of get it out of jail free card. Because you can say, you don't have to perjure yourself by lying and say, like, I don't know or I wasn't involved.
No, but just tell the truth if you're not guilty.
Oh, no, this is for someone who is absolutely guilty, but who does not want to go to jail in the course of whatever case they are testifying in.
Well, of course they don't want to go to jail. That's why they use it as a convenient shield.
And then, it will, clue people in to start an investigation into you, and then you're not allowed to plead the Fifth anymore in your own criminal case. Anyway, now that this is 100% turning into a CP shoot, I am nervous embarrassed. But if it's not, then I'm cool.
Ooh, the seat is cold and you don't seem to have enough hands to cover all the parts that need covering. You try to appear casual, but wind up looking like a cheap imitation of the statue, The Thinker. The woman gets you a robe. Now, after she sets up the equipment, she asks you to put on what appears to be 3 small triangles and a beautiful fur coat. She says you'll have to leave the studio and have your pictures taken with the fur coat open in trains, the library, and other public places.
Hey, Mayo,
What's up,
you
Mayo?
came at a weird time.
Yeah, you missed some extremely dark. Do we want to say
told
humor?
A really dark joke.
Yeah,
and then we got into a discussion about the American Bill of Rights. And what you've come back to is an event where a photographer has offered to let me do modeling work for lingerie, and there was an event where she asked me to take all of my clothes off, and so it's like kind of skirting child pornography territory, as my character is still 16. But now I am in the lingerie, but instead of doing the shoot in the studio, she wants to do it in public places.
well,
Private public places, but public places nonetheless.
Yeah, she can guarantee that you'll have your privacy during the shooting. Everything has been cleared with the town.
That's such a wild thing to say. What do you even mean it's been cleared with the town?
You ask her what magazines the pictures will appear in. She says all of the major fashion magazines and any of the newspapers that will agree to print them, which, as you can probably imagine, are a bit risque. Ready to pull the ripcord, or you want to go all the way through with this one?
Well, as Mayo did miss this part, we are now, like, so far away from what my life actually looked like that I'm not necessarily playing it from the standpoint of what I would do in these situations, because they are so foreign to me. So now I guess I'm going for what would be a good story. That is actually how I make a lot of my decisions, come to think of it. For example,
she dates a fanfic writer.
That, and I like telling stories. I'm a relatively good storyteller. And, like, that's probably one of the main reasons I went on that date with the 65-year-old man. It's a good story. I wasn't super comfortable, and neither was my mom when I told her I had a date with a 65-year-old man.
A run where we agree to everything?
Oh, man, the yes man run.
That's probably, honestly, going to be Solar.
Solar. Yeah, that's, I had the same thought. That would be an excellent overarching philosophy for them. I think they would like that a lot. All right, so
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do it. Continue.
Okay. Now everybody has a job to do. Pretty much whenever at this point. We have got to petition to Solar to do a run, and we know she's gonna do all the nutty shit.
Yeah, I think someone should at least suggest that to her as her strategy is like just yes, 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 yes.
I mean, yeah, if you want to. I'm keeping my hand out of this because I'm the host, but you guys do what you will.
Oh yeah, no, you can't incriminate yourself, but I sure can.
Click, click, snap. The photographer tells you, come on, look sexy. I love it. More face, that's it. You feel like a piece of raw meat, but the session ends and you are well paid. 2 months later, the photos appear in some fashion magazines. One person does recognize the resemblance between you and the model in the ad. Do you admit it?
Wow, it sure depends on who it is.
Yeah, they didn't say.
Oh man, that's a huge thing. Yeah, say it's me. Fuck it.
Yeah, typical.
That's fine.
Well, as a result of doing that ad, you were asked to do others. You gonna take it professionally?
Yes.
A few jobs come up, but nothing much develops.
Oh, good. That's actually ideal.
Develops. That's a photography joke.
It wasn't until you said it, and then it did become a joke. Yes.
It is now.
Yeah. Humor's weird. Let's keep going.
Yes. Your best friend since grade school has been looking depressed and confused. She's usually a very happy-go-lucky person, so you can't understand what could be wrong.
Sympathetic, concerned. Ask her what is wrong.
She tells you that there's nothing wrong, but her face tells you otherwise.
Pressure.
After much hesitation, she lowers her eyes.
Fuck yeah.
Well...
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
She lowers her eyes and blurts out that she thinks she is homosexual. She's worried that if she tells any friends, they'll desert her and that she will be laughed at. This is a highly, highly interesting question. What are you feeling right now?
Can I kiss her? I am accepting.
It is nice to see that you're willing to be supportive. Oh, if only you knew, game.
Sympathize. Tell me all about how gay you are.
You may be asking for more work than you're willing to provide for this friend. I beg to differ, game. As a result of your sympathy, she becomes very dependent, telling you her every problem, every thought, and every worry. This is bound to wear down the patience of even the most true blue friend. Now, at this time in your life, I'm sure that you have many of your own problems to deal with. As a result, you become tired of being her therapist and begin to avoid her, which slowly kills your friendship.
That was no. That's a choice I should get to make. Fuck this game. I should be able to choose how I handle that.
True.
And if I chose to start resenting her and avoid her, then so be it. But I didn't. Bitch. This game is a bitch. And I wasn't allowed to kiss her? That sucks.
Yeah.
The 80s sucked.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh well. I hope she lives happily ever after.
The end.
Gets a hairless cat and a wife. The way all lesbians want.
So.
Although in the 80s, lesbians wanted dogs.
Did they
Modern
indeed?
lesbians want hairless cats.
If it is... Well. At least I
You
haven't
haven't come
discovered.
across it yet?
At least I haven't discovered it. But anyway, the main tree's only got a couple left.
How much money do I have?
Well, your stress level is spiked.
Yeah. Still dying.
Calmness is sinking. Your money's in 4 digits now.
Let me quit my job.
You want to quit?
I do.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Wait, how come my money went down?
Because you quit.
I don't have to give them the money back.
I guess because you blew it all in a month. I don't know.
Evidently. Jesus Christ. Let's do the left social.
The left social.
Mm-hmm.
A group of friends are getting together for a toga party this Friday night.
Yeah, let's do it. Excited, go.
You arrive at the party stunningly draped in one of your mom's best sheets. On the table there is beer, wine, and hard liquor. Someone mentions that there are drugs available for sale from a person at the other end of the room. So, with your 1% health rating, what would you like to do?
I'm actually gonna go with nothing.
You are.
I'm exciting, but I'm not that exciting.
How wild do you want to get?
Let's go with just plain wild.
Are you planning on trying to get laid at this party?
Yeah.
For some reason, you become very uninhibited. You meet a similarly uninhibited guy and have an utterly uninhibited time. The two of you fall asleep in his car.
Wow. Wow, and there were no consequences from that? Jesus Christ. How's my stress?
Hi.
I don't know how to become more calm.
Events, I guess.
Let's go for adventure.
Adventure
and then
time.
I'll back out of it, and that'll make me calm, right?
Well, we'll see. A prestigious school sorority, Lhasa Apsa Phi, is seeking...
That's very funny.
Yeah. Is seeking new members, sisters. You want to join?
No! Did that make me calmer?
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's do the social.
Which?
Middle, sorry.
Paul is one of your best friends. You've grown up together. We're dating back to the point of taking tubs in the same bath. Wait, huh? What? Taking tubs at... Jesus Christ. Taking tubs in the same bath, yes. You've seen a lot of each other and have hung around together. You've never gone out together, but maybe it's better that way. No complications. He's going out with a girl who treats him terribly. A total bitch.
Mayo, no. I'm still dying.
She's been at 1% since the ordeal. One night when you and a date and Paul and his date go out to the movies, Paul's date gets really sick. She doesn't really look that sick, but she just feels like giving everyone a hard time out of having a headache. Since she happens to live really close to your date's house and you practically live right next door to Paul, and all four of you are exhausted, it might be a good idea if you and Paul go home together and Paul's bitchy date and your date drive home together. That's more bitch than I've seen in any run so far.
I feel sorry for Paul. I have a friend of a friend who has this situation. I'm more acquaintances with this person. I went to college with this girl that none of us particularly liked.
Right.
And at a Christmas party with girl we don't particularly like and my friend's high school friends, we introduced girl we don't like to guy we really like. And now they're married. And we don't know how to stop this. Like, one of our mutual friends did sit him down and say, like, hey, dude, are you sure? She's, like, not great to you. And he said, but I love her. And so we said, okay.
Okay.
So I feel sorry for Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And send my date home. If he doesn't even get a name, I don't think I'm that invested.
So have your date drive Paul's date. You and Paul have a real heart-to-heart. And during that, he confesses to being suckered into relationships with women who treat him like shit. The two of you collapse on a chair together and continue talking, shoulders pressed. Paul sighs and mentions, you know, the only girl I've ever been able to feel comfortable with is you. I don't understand why I can't find someone who is as pretty, smart, intelligent, and lovable. You must be one of a kind.
No, you're gay, dude.
There
I think he might be gay.
is a way to find out.
Yeah. How long's he been going out with the girl? Can we find that out?
Is what now?
How long has he been going out with that girl?
No way to find out. At least not without giving an answer and seeing what comes. Or should I say who?
Oh, gross. I like him. He seems sweet, but I'm not gonna home wreck. So I guess I'll go with A.
You gotta say it. I don't think it requires an accent, but you gotta say it.
That's because I am one of a kind. Silly, now get out of here, get some sleep.
A potentially romantic moment becomes light. I guess you wanted it that way. Paul goes home, and for a second you wonder, what if? Yes.
You know what? What if? And I'll tell you why. As this would still be too early on my track list of events, but I did actually home wreck in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the other woman for a while.
Were you knowingly the other woman?
Yes.
Ah.
I am not proud of it. It wasn't a good idea. It ended up having shockingly few consequences overall.
Ah.
But I can't recommend it. There was a lot of heartache for everybody.
Yeah, certainly never a recommended thing.
But I don't listen to people. Like, I would talk to my friends and, like, they would give me very good advice. And I would sit there and nod very seriously and tell them that they were right. And immediately, like, go and do all the stuff they told me not to do. To the point where I would start saying, like, I know you're absolutely correct in this situation, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I think that would have been the closest I could have gotten to recreating that event in this game. Oh, well.
But here's a good example of you not listening to good advice.
Haha!
Hey, Wit.
Yeah.
You should totally play the Busy Town board game on Tabletop Simulator.
Is it any good?
I don't know. I've never actually looked at it.
Oh.
All I know is it would be a fine tribute to our humble beginnings.
Do you want to save it for next anniversary?
I think that could be arranged.
You know, we can... If you don't want to wait that long, that's fine. But
I've got more than enough Tabletop Simulator stuff that I can wait that long.
Okay. Well, so I'm not ignoring your advice. I am merely delaying the question. Also, I don't think any of that was advice.
Well, the fact that the joke was in your previous answer to that, which was a very vehement no.
Oh, was it?
You don't remember?
It sounds like something I would say.
Yeah,
because I gotta tell you, that the sound of that doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm sure it's for 4-year-olds.
So is the friggin' game that we did.
Yeah, well, that's because I was, like, about 4 when I was playing it, so back off.
How old do you think I was?
30. I don't think I want to do the 4-year-old board game.
How old do you
But
think I was? How do you think this all began?
that's because you have obsessive behaviors. And I do too, but they're not Busy Town.
Yeah, we've done it twice, by the way. Once for the very first episode of this entire thing that I do.
How we became friends.
And once for the 250th episode, which coincidentally was the first anniversary show.
Alpha is just this side of a psychopath because he has the soundtrack for a MS-DOS game from like 1993 made for little children on his cell phone.
This is the story of how we met, guys.
He talked about how he really likes old DOS games, like especially edutainment games, and I said, like, yeah, I remember playing the hell out of the Busy Town game, and he goes, wait 1 second, pulls out his, like, modern-day smartphone, and starts playing the goddamn theme song off of it, like some kind of serial killer. Some kind of children's entertainment-themed serial killer, and now we're very good friends.
It was then that you knew there's something here.
There really was. We had the same childhood.
Uh-huh.
We had so much in common.
It's true. And now here we are.
Here we are playing a game from, what did you say, 87?
87.
This was before both of our births.
Uh-huh.
Births.
Uh-huh.
And at least it's not edutainment, but we got here because of it. And so we're going to play every Busy Town property there was because it's the reason we're friends.
It's true.
Is Richard Scarry still alive? I should write him a letter.
I have no idea.
I think he's dead.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But
hey, it's his fault we're here.
How stressed am I?
Probably too much so. Yeah.
What do I do? I'm gonna die.
Lucky events, I guess.
Ugh. I mean, other than that first one, all of them have been pretty lucky. Adventure?
You and a bunch of friends decided it might be a good idea to get a permanent eyebrow tattoo.
No, we don't. Stop. What the fuck?
Okay. Would you like another event? Oh,
Thank
the
you,
year
Jamie.
after? Oh, shit. Man.
Well, if you gotta die. Now, when you say in Switzerland, I have the immediate association is I think Switzerland is the only place that allows doctor-assisted suicide.
Oh, so probably Dr. Kevorkian, right?
No, because Dr. Kevorkian did it illegally. It almost definitely was not doctor-assisted suicide, but that's unfortunately what my brain thinks of whenever I hear about dying in Switzerland.
Nice.
Sounds like a nice place.
Well, do you want to take another stab at adventure, or what do you want?
No, it sucks. Social? Somebody calm me down. This sucks.
I think speculation can be made as to what this one is.
Would this be senior prom?
It's certainly a reasonable thought, for which you need another 4 months.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, you can piss it all away on adventures if you so desire.
No, adventures don't make you calm. Adventures get you eyebrow tattoos. Neither does high school, but high school?
You want high school?
Let's try it.
Sex.
Uh-oh. Well, the actual act calms me down. The build-up to the act is incredibly anxious.
So you don't like foreplay, huh?
No, foreplay's great. Foreplay is great. It's the negotiations leading up to foreplay of finding someone who wants to do foreplay with you that are very, very stressful.
Aren't you at a stage where you skip the negotiations, or?
It rocks. It's so nice. I mean, I will admit that sometimes you crave the little bit of the heart pounding when it comes to like flirting and finding a new partner or whatever. But like just being able to like
Go.
For lack of a better word, have it on tap is amazing. I highly recommend being in a relationship if you swing that way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, do it for the vine, and I wish to continue.
You and your classmates are changing into your clothes for gym class. For a moment, everybody is naked, and even though you try not to look, you can't help but noticing some of the other girls' chests,
Oh, God, this is high school all over again.
wondering about how you compare to everyone. Now, how do you feel? That's number one. And number two, is that really why you're looking?
Where is embarrassed and turned on?
Embarrassed and turned on? Well, it seems the only scale here is anxiety.
Probably a little anxious.
A little anxious.
Only a little.
Perfectly normal kind of reaction. At your age, you're still not entirely comfortable with your body and all the changes it's gone through. Although you might be ashamed of what your body looks like now, you'll probably wish to have this back 30 years from now.
Yep. How old am I? Can I go to prom yet?
No, not yet.
Need a couple more months of uncomfortable changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a couple things you can't unsee from high school gym class. I didn't need to see, shoot, what was that girl's name? I remember her first name, I don't remember her last name. Anyway, I didn't need to see her in a thong, but here we all are. I guess, no, jobs are stressful. I guess I'll get a boyfriend?
Go get a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Meet where?
I worry that adventures are stressful, Chibi, because the last two adventures I've taken were, get an eyebrow tattoo, and what was the one before that? Something real dumb.
The sorority.
Sorority. That is real dumb. No thanks.
I mean, you stopped before the first. You stopped at the first juncture both times, which doesn't change your stats at all.
I know, but there's no good place to go from there.
Where do you want to meet?
Near home. Maybe I'll land Paul.
No.
There is no Paul. I tried Josh last time. And he was sweet but disloyal. Mark.
He is not notable in any way. His best stat is moderate. Gentle, calm, good-looking, and not very trustworthy, happy, or confident.
He sounds like he's going to be great for my mental health. Let's do it.
This can't go well. Local shopping mall. Everything else is the same as when you first went with Josh, and dating.
Wow, that sucks. I'll break up with him after prom.
Good enough. But in the meantime, for the next 2 months.
My calmness went down more?
It did.
Oh my whole god. Okay, one more adventure. It's probably gonna be like cliff diving or something.
Your mother has recommended a new hairstylist that she says will make you look great. That is such a sad commentary, Mayo, but I can't dispute it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, sure, let's do it.
You want to do it?
Continue.
Let's do it. His name is Mr. Gene. He mentions that the last person who cut your hair was a barbarian.
Continue.
He tells you that he's about to give you an entirely new look.
Oh. Continue.
While he's cutting, he mentions that it's a shame that none of the young girls appreciates the hairstyles of the 40s.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
Not into those styles?
No. The 40s were a particularly blah time for women's hair. Like, Rosie the Riveter was cool, but the housewife thing, no thanks. Continue.
Don't look up.
So if I stop, will there be consequences?
By
Or
this
just
point,
ends?
by this point, your stats would have been, I'm sure, moderately changed.
But like if I hit stop, it's not gonna get worse. It's just gonna stop right where
It's
it
going
is.
to stop right where it is.
Stop. I can't. Okay. Calmness is still 17.
Yeah, but your other stats have increased.
That's good, I guess.
I just hope there's no mirror nearby.
What, because I interrupted him in the middle of a haircut? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Can I go to prom yet?
No.
Fuck me. High school.
The whole class takes a job ability and interest test. Want to hear your results?
Yeah, sure. Well,
Manicure is your highest aptitude, is it?
bummer.
Huh.
Can I go to prom?
No, you cannot.
Fuck, why?
Because 17.
I thought that was 612. 611.
You can't have 612. It don't math.
Am I still unattached? Well, go back to relationships.
Well, yeah, it doesn't actually mark anything until you actually go steady with that choice.
Okay, this guy sucks. Let's break up with him.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
I mistyped. Oh well. Mr. Horace, a social studies teacher in your school, has a funny habit of twitching one eye when he speaks. You're always sure to get a laugh out of your friends imitating this. One day in class, Mr. Horace is interrupted by someone wishing to give him a message, and as he walks over to the door, somebody starts asking you to do the Horace.
Is he passing by me?
My guess is this is at the classroom door. Somebody wanted to give him a message, they said.
So he can't see me.
Presumably not.
I'll do it.
4 or 5 people around you laugh. Mr. Horace caught you, but he's not the type to do anything about that. He's been getting teased for ages, and he's used to that ridicule. He goes back to teaching, apparently unaffected. But later that
Jesus
night, he has
Christ.
trouble sleeping, and he wonders why he was so unlucky as to be cursed with this habit.
Jiminy crickets.
That was my error. Do you still want to break up with Mark, or do you want to take him to prom?
Let's go to prom. Do I have to go steady with him?
Don't think so.
Yeah,
But
let's
in
go
any
to prom.
event, senior prom.
Yeah, let's go.
With who?
Someone I'm currently dating.
Eventually, someone really nice asks you, and you accept. Someone other than Mark?
Evidently.
Your date looks great in a champagne-colored dinner jacket with a red carnation. Very classy. And why not? You and your date dance till dawn, and the next day you go out for a champagne brunch. This is the life, and you have a great time.
Hooray.
The two of you try to get romantic, but you're both so tired that you just pass out and embrace.
Oh, that's actually very sweet.
It is. Well, you're finally through adolescence. Family life can be very rough during adolescence. Even though your family expects you to take charge of your life, nobody wants to let you have that freedom. Judging by your progress so far, your family life's been quite good, all things considered. Family can be a pain, but no one seems to mind when you overhaul your hair for 3 hours every morning in the bathroom.
That literally never happened.
Physically, you are death.
Yeah,
Incarnate.
yep. I'm shocked I made it this long. And I'm shocked that had so few consequences.
Socially, this phase of life does present its share of problems, most of which fall into the category of boys. Life must have been pretty simple before they showed up, but your social adjustment has been remarkable.
Yeah.
Although you don't have a steady boyfriend at the present time, there's always the next life phase, especially since 2 years are going to pass between now and the start of the next chapter. You are a remarkably trustworthy young woman,
Yeah.
bound to get you far emotionally and vocationally. You're developing into the type of adult that people can confide in. Unfortunately, the burden that comes along with this characteristic, and has, is the tendency for people to tell you their problems. You become the strong shoulder that everybody cries on. Positive aspect of your adolescence is your ability to resist temptation and not give in to impulse. Since adolescence is a time for testing limits, this can get some people into some dangerous situations. However, leading an excessively sheltered life can be boring. You seem to be enjoying most of what you do. Even though you experience the blues every once in a while, it's nice to see that you're not having a depressed, traumatized life, despite all the stress. Even though an occasional explosive outburst is common in most adolescents, you seem to be well under control. Sensitive, gentle. Certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You're not only book smart, but you also have plenty of common sense. Now that your adolescence is almost over, it's time to be hurled out there into the real world.
No.
And I'm sure you realize that everything you did so far was part of the fake world. Never mind what the game seems to believe.
The great question, which I have not been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? By Sigmund Freud. And I gotta tell you, he never got it right.
What does a woman want?
Dessert, most often.
Okay, so we jumped straight from 17 to 19. You're
Indeed.
presumably still dating Mark.
Yeah, fuck Mark.
Do you want to?
No, I don't think that's an option.
Well, here are the...
Ha!
Okay.
Good night, Chibi. Enjoy
Good
your
night,
dessert.
Chibi. Okay, so now you have a slightly different set of options.
Indeed. Tell me about them.
Okay, so the job indicator changes from teenage jobs into real life career jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You can take out a major loan for a house and etc.
Ugh.
You have college experiences now instead of high school, should you choose to enroll. You have a store for acquisition purchases. Relationships are still there. Relationships can become marriage, and marriage can become family. That's where we sit at the beginning of chapter 4.
May I see my relationship options?
Certainly may.
I would like to have an experience with my partner.
Have an experience. While on a date with Mark, he discovers he's forgotten his wallet. Now what?
I'll lend him money.
You discover that the bill is $125
Jiminy crickets, dude.
in 1987. A
that's
restaurant bill of $125. You still want to lend it to him? You can't afford it.
I don't know if we have a choice.
Well, you do, but there's no telling what kind of can of worms that'll open.
I will. And then we're breaking up.
Very considerate. You pay the bill and Mark apologizes profusely. He thanks you and mentions, "The next one's on me."
Say nothing.
You have been taken advantage of. I guess you didn't think it was worth risking the relationship for.
Why? Has the game decided that he did that on purpose?
The game must know something.
Well, then I think I have no real attachment to Mark.
Well, bear his stats in mind, too.
Yeah, it's weird that we dated for 2 years without me having an attachment to him, but I did not have control over that.
True
I would
enough.
like to break it off with Mark.
And so you do.
Oh
The aging process is much faster now, by the way.
yes.
You're at 19.6 now.
Ooh. Somehow my calmness has gone up, but I think that's maturity.
Perhaps.
I college?
College.
Enroll?
What kind of college?
Um,
Do you have standards?
yeah. I ended up going with medium.
So moderate.
Yeah.
You've met the qualifications and you're now enrolled. Your resources will decrease by $100 every time you access this icon to cover tuition and college-related costs.
Okay. I probably ought to get a gerb.
Probably better. Taking on a job while going to school is likely to be somewhat stressful. Please be
Yeah.
aware of this going on.
Well, part-time.
In what?
Training for future career doesn't suck.
Tails.
Again.
Part-time?
Yee.
Same deal?
Yee.
Yay!
Hooray!
Occupation career trainee.
Great.
Ooh!
I wonder what I'm doing.
Who knows? And who cares at that point?
Yeah, right. College?
College.
Experience.
Sex.
Fuck yeah.
We saw that coming, didn't we?
No. Actually.
Gary Barber is an acquaintance who's taken a few of the same classes you have. He's an attractive, down-to-earth guy with gorgeous green eyes, a nice smile, and a slim, athletic body. He approaches you on campus and asks if you would be interested in helping him decorate his apartment. He thinks he needs a classy woman's touch. You gonna do it?
Sure.
During the course of the afternoon, you get to know one another very well. You work together in close quarters, the room is pretty small, with a lot of accidental touching and bumping during the day. You're not sure, but you're thinking Gary might be hitting on you.
I was gonna say, he's doing what? A straight lady would love this, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredibly forward. Holy shit. Jiminy crickets. Okay. No one would ever say that. Least of all, myself. But we're doing this for the Vine, so let's do it.
Okay. You are aggressive, but indeed classy, as Gary says. The two of you take a nice, warm, romantic shower together, and I'll leave what comes after to your imagination.
Great. Am I dating him?
It probably will not read attachment, but...
Is he now an option?
I know of a way to find out. You could attempt to have an experience with your current partner.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Gary,
no.
no.
One night stand.
Gary!
That's too bad.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
Sexual healing.
In this dark, cold... Yeah, I guess. Well, that sucks. Choose a major?
Choose a major.
What are my options?
These.
Well, I ended up in a cross between engineering and liberal arts. College itself was firmly liberal arts.
So are you saying you want to be a firm liberal?
No, you don't make a dime. In a perfect world, I would like to do some science. I
Okay.
would do natural sciences have always sounded cool.
So you want to do natural sciences?
I do. Let's see how that goes.
This is a demanding course of study. Your intellectual sphere had better be pretty sharp.
Pretty sure it is.
74, not bad.
Oh, it went down. Um, let's start doing events.
Okay. Starting at the tree.
Yeah, please.
You're driving a car with a male friend when he runs over a dog. He seems rather insensitive about it and doesn't stop.
Angry, tell him to stop the car.
He tells you not to worry about a stupid dog that was running around loose.
Wow, he's the fucking worst. Tell him friendship's at stake.
He lets the car screech to a stop and says, "If you want to help that stupid dog, go help it and walk home."
Wow, he's an actual monster. Um, what part of town are we in?
Doesn't say.
I know, this game leaves out, like, some very important stuff. Like, if we're nowhere near, like, homes and stuff, that's a problem. But I could, like, this is the 80s. I could knock on somebody's door and use their phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna help the dog. It's probably dead, but I'm gonna help the dog.
Your friend drives away. You can't believe how insensitive he is. What a jerk.
Wow, cool, no consequences. Alright. This game, like, keeps getting up to the edge of ideas.
Hmm.
Let's do the other heart one on the bottom.
Sex.
Evidently. Let's do it.
While you're walking down a deserted street, a stretch
After helping the
limo
dog.
screeches to halt by the curb. That would be an interesting segue, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right.
A woman dressed in a long black overcoat steps out and walks quickly towards you, peering back over her shoulder through large round sunglasses. She's extremely tall, leaning over you and resting her trembling hand lightly on your arm. She speaks in a heavy accent in slow, halting speech. How's your Russian?
Pretty good, but maybe, not accurate. I am a
Also,
stranger to you, but you must help me. My life and the lives of innocent others are in great jeopardy.
that's not bad.
I know, I worry that it's, like, a little racist.
It's an accent. What are you going to do?
I worry that it's too broad and becomes more of a parody.
Who says I haven't been using an accent the whole time?
Ugh.
And no, Mayo, it's not losing a friend. It's somebody showing their true colors. It's never really losing a friend.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if that person, like, was ever liked you at all.
Yeah. So she produces a small box addressed to somebody in a nearby residential area.
You must deliver this package. Please be discreet. No police. If police are involved, they will kill again.
The first thing I think about with a Russian accent, if anybody's ever seen the Venture Brothers cartoon, Molotov cocktease.
I have heard of that.
You barely realize what has happened when the woman turns, goes back in the limousine, and roars off, leaving you with the package. Seconds later, another long back car speeds by in that direction.
Jesus.
What have you landed into here?
That's very difficult. Huh. Wow. This game has taken an abrupt turn.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that whatever I choose will have like its little consequences will play out, and this will never be mentioned again.
Hmm.
Um, Honestly, my first instinct is to go for the police.
So what do you suppose will get you there?
Not cooperative, not deliver.
What a human being. Little do you know, you might have just passed up the opportunity of a lifetime. What in the
Cool.
hell is that supposed to mean?
No consequences. This will not have meant anything. I don't get to go to the police. Like, this is bananas. This game is a little frustrating.
I mean, we can stop at the end of this episode and force the segue over the 2-week break.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if it's pissing you off enough, we can abandon it.
No. It's
Okay.
I'm nowhere near like sufficiently enraged to say that I can't play it anymore.
Okay.
I am just saying that like, and I know they can't like flesh out all options to all things. But their choice to do no options to no things is a little frustrating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of width and there's very little depth, is my problem.
Are you saying you're not happy with the girth?
Sure.
Let's move on.
How's college going?
You want to find out?
Yeah, I do. I'll have an experience.
This semester, you must decide where you'd like to live, now that you're in.
On campus.
You're assigned a roommate named Bonnie Castano. Although she seems like a nice enough person, she's extremely sloppy, prone to 10 on the stereo, and spends most of her time seeking out and ingesting federally controlled substances. When you ask her what she's majoring in, she replies, "Partying. Like, what else is there?" Does this seem like somebody you can put up with?
No, but usually you have to.
Are you going to say no?
Is there some sort of, like, counseling we can go to? Does, like, an RA step in?
Cannot answer.
No, like, I have nothing in common with this woman.
Sorry. No other assignments available. You're just going to have to see if you can work this out.
Yeah, I figured. It's what, college.
Mm-hmm.
How am I doing financially?
Financially, sitting prettier and prettier all the time.
I would like to quit my job and focus on school.
Okay. Reason?
Career change, I guess?
Good luck.
I know. Let's do the row of 3 events.
Starting where?
Left, please.
You're walking down a poorly lit street late at night when you see a teenage boy mugging an elderly man.
Okay, I have got to stop going out at night. This fucking sucks. Angry, help the old man.
What do you want to do?
I don't know, is he armed?
Not said.
I know. I suppose he would have to be to, like, get anyone to do anything, so I guess phone police.
The boy spots you approaching and runs. This potentially dangerous experience ends rather peacefully. The old man, terrified, hugs you lightly.
Well, that sounds like that was a coin flip.
Lately, nothing seems to be going right for you. Seems as though no one understands or cares about you.
I think it was going okay. Jeez.
People want things from you, but give you nothing in return. Life is miserable, and sometimes you don't even feel like waking up in the morning.
Wow, what prompted this?
That's a fine question I do not know how to answer.
Okay, I would go depressed seek help.
Everyone goes through periods like this once in a while. I'm glad you've decided to turn to somebody to help you. So, who?
A professional.
A professional?
Well, I mean, now I'm like in my 20s. Yeah, by this time I was a firm believer in the power of talk therapy, for at least for me personally. When I was a teenager, I 100% would not have wanted to talk to a professional.
Well, a professional is likely to tell you that depression is really anger turned inward.
No, that's not what they're going to tell me, but okay.
It is a common response to loss, whether in the form of someone moving away or dying, or in the form of a loss of love, as in the case of someone who's rejected you. Tolerating such a loss can be difficult. You may have some sleepless nights and problems with your appetite, or just feel plain lousy. You may have to explore past relationships to discover new ways of coping with or expressing your feelings. It might take some time, but as a result, your overall life will improve. You want to try psychotherapy?
Yeah.
Wise. What kind?
Please excuse me while I remind myself of what the hell the word gestalt means, if I've ever known.
It does, doesn't it, Mayo?
It's a school of psychology. Attempt to understand the laws behind the ability to acquire and maintain meaningful perceptions in an apparently chaotic world.
Laws.
It's German. The central principle of Gestalt psychology is that the mind forms a global whole with self-organizing tendencies through the wall of Prägnanz, which is a German word that they refuse to define.
You said whole.
So no, that sounds crazy. I do not like that one. Psychoanalytics is like Freudian, so that's nonsense. And I'm gonna go with behavioral therapist because people still use that today.
Well, let's see if you agree with this one. A behavioral therapist is likely to ask you to keep close tabs on your depression by filling out charts, graphs, or other aids that will make you more aware of the depression's quantity and persistence and the events that trigger it. She might ask you to practice coping statements in response to your depression. Still with us?
Yes, I accidentally took a picture, and then I had to delete it.
Okay.
That's what those noises were.
Okay. When your depression has lifted, the therapist will ask that you maintain records on your mood for a while so that she can follow your progress.
Good. I resonated with a lot of that.
I guess that's it. Okay.
No consequences.
All right. Stepping on.
Yes.
You are given the opportunity to participate in a charity fundraiser. The proceeds will be used to provide food and shelter to orphaned children. If you decide to help out, even in the most minimal capacity, it will take a large amount of your time and possibly your resources.
I've quit my job. I'm focusing on school. College costs way less than I thought it would.
I mean, college cost way less back then.
Yeah. It's shocking how fast it went up. I would say helpful donation.
Giving a donation is certainly a sacrifice, but not in the way this episode presents the choices. Your donation will help, but not as much as your time would have.
That's a pretty big gap between 10 and 100.
Yeah.
10. I'd prefer to go with 50, but, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I should probably meet somebody.
Where?
I miss you, Gary.
At his place of work? A little creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's better than trying to meet someone at my place of work. That's just a nightmare waiting to happen.
What place of work?
Well, if I had one, I mean. Don't date your coworkers, kids.
True.
Yeah, sure, let's stalk a guy at work. What the hell?
Who?
New names. I'm gonna meet Gillis.
Gillis.
Not very trustworthy.
Overall pretty moderate, but again, you seem to have this track record for guys who aren't trustworthy. Very confident and attractive, moderately gentle and happy, not very trustworthy or calm.
Let's try him.
He's an accountant who's done your family's taxes. The two of you meet and chat for a while. He seems very nice. And since you both seem so attracted to one another, you decide to go out.
All right, let's have an experience.
Okay. He mentions that he's doing a lot of thinking about what it would like to be married. Whoa!
He didn't say to me.
What do you have to say about this one?
Marriage doesn't seem good for me right now.
That's putting it tactfully. Nice work.
Wow, okay. No consequences? Let's do the top social one.
On a recent walk through town, you noticed a woman shivering in an alley between two buildings. She looks as if she lives in the street. As you walk by, she crouches close to the building and eyes you suspiciously. How's your psychotic accent?
There is no such thing.
Okay. How's your psychotic acting job?
It just makes me sad. People who are mentally ill just make me sad.
The
point is, this woman is very unwell.
No kidding. Filberts? What are filberts again?
It's a type of nut. It's just not a pecan.
So she likes nuts.
Well, she doesn't like those.
Her body's shaking and her skin seems blue. You're wondering if she's ill.
Yeah.
I mean, that's certainly a symptom of bad circulation.
They're not going to let me do this, but I'm going to go concerned ignore.
No.
Yeah. Honestly, it depends on... This is such a terrible answer, but it depends on how big the city I live in is.
I thought you were going to go unconcerned and offer help.
I am totally not bothered by this. Come with me. Honestly, I guess I would go unconcerned ignore because I'm a bad person.
You never see or hear from her again.
Yep. So it goes. What is the buying stuff tab?
Game show time, more or less. Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases. In this icon, you will have the opportunity to purchase the material possessions you have always dreamed about. You can use either cash or our easy-to-arrange credit program. While you are in this icon, I will encourage you to spend to your heart's content. But please note that spending beyond your means can, and in most cases will, be hazardous to your emotional and physical health. Also keep in mind these ancient words of consumer wisdom. Caveat emptor. In this icon, you can purchase several items. Would you like to make a purchase?
Are they going to give me a choice?
Yes.
Then I'll look at the choices.
Your salesperson, Bob Roberts. What would you like to purchase? I wasn't going to say anything about the fact that his parents clearly hate him.
Are you able to check how much money I have?
Not at this moment.
Can I afford a car?
Could certainly try.
So then maybe I'll stop getting mugged and shit.
Automobile.
If I'm driving and not walking in the streets late at night.
There are 5 types of automobiles you can buy.
Okay, I definitely don't have 7 grand. But I might have 25. Although it's been a while since I last worked. If I try to buy something I can't afford, will they tell me? Or will I just go immediately into debt?
Cannot answer.
Let's try the late model used.
A sensible choice, considering your budget at this time in life. How do you want to pay? Do you want to pay at all?
Cash?
Cash?
Okay, great.
Nope.
Good. No thanks.
You want to attempt another purchase?
Hang on. This game doesn't have, like, a credit program, right? Like, if I try to buy a house and I don't have, like, credit, are they gonna get on my case? Is that simulated in this?
I haven't explored that enough to know the mechanics of it. To be perfectly honest with you.
Can you fail a credit check in this game, is what I'm asking you.
Don't know. Never tried.
So what'd you do when you bought a house? You just paid cash?
I never bought a house.
Have you not played this all the way through?
I haven't explored all the paths through.
Okay.
I knew what the natural ending looked like before Chibi got there, but...
Has somebody bought a house in this game?
You're not likely to get an answer right now.
Don't make me scrub through Chibi's playthrough to find it.
I can tell you you're not going to find it in her playthrough. She did make a purchase, but nothing so damning to finances.
Alright, fine. This sucks. Okay. No, thank you. I don't want anything.
Come again soon.
How much money do I have? 1764. Okay. How old am I? I totally missed that.
23.9, and your stress level has decreased.
Have I graduated college yet?
No, I don't think so.
I should have? Or soon, at least?
I don't know how the graduation process works. I never explored that branch in full either.
Will I just be in college forever? If I, like, don't do stuff?
Probably.
That's hilarious. What's Gillis up to?
You want to know?
Yeah, let's have a date.
Gillis has taken a friendly liking to a girl at work, and they go out to lunch about 3 times a week. Do you trust him?
3 times a week? No, because he's not very trustworthy?
You shouldn't be so jealous. It brings down your confidence characteristic. It also makes you tyrannical in your own relationship. You shouldn't try to dictate whom Gillis wants to see as a friend, or vice versa. I guess the game's trying to tell you that there was nothing going on there. But who can say, really?
Yeah. The game was the one that told me that he was untrustworthy to begin with.
It's
They
true.
were the one who put the idea in my head.
True. See, there you go. It's easy to call out.
Let's do a college.
Sex.
Yeah, sure, if it gets me to graduation.
What, do you want to sleep with the professor?
I don't see how it's relevant, but we'll see how it goes.
A great-looking male friend has asked if you'd like to spend the night in his room.
That's a wild question. I wonder how serious the game thinks I am with this Gillis person. I guess I've never casually seen people really. I am either dating someone or I am not. So I don't really know how this works. Like, would this be considered cheating?
I mean, my opinion of it, considering your current situation, would be yes. But the dating scene was very different 30 years ago, and I'm sure the rules were different.
And it's different from person to person.
That too.
And Gillis and I have not necessarily had the exclusivity talk.
Clearly not after that last episode.
Which is, again, nothing I've ever done. We're either friends who hang out or we're dating. But that's just the way I've always done it.
Right.
So I don't quite know what the game's parameters are. But to be on the safe side, no thank you. All right, cool.
There you go.
Nothing.
Nothing.
This game's weird. One more college. Please graduate me, sir.
As a way of earning extra money, a friend of yours suggested you post semi-nude for a Girls of Academia calendar being put together by some business majors. The fee for doing the job would be $100.
Sure. Yeah, I did some modeling in high school.
You are Miss April. The work involved was practically zero. When the calendar comes out, it creates a major campus controversy. As a result, the calendar is banned from campus, the project goes bankrupt, you don't get paid.
Bummer.
Now, everybody who is posed for the calendar gains overnight celebrity status on campus, which means you are in high demand for dates.
That's nice. Does that play out in any way?
It could, depending on the path you take, I guess.
I will since I'm apparently going to be in school forever, I would like to find a job. Part-time, please. Career training if possible.
Apparently you've lost some qualifications on the way there.
How is that possible?
Good question, but new plan?
Can you try it again? Or is the answer going to be the same?
The answer, I believe, is going to be the same, but if you want that confirmed, we can try it again.
Confirm, please.
Confirmed.
Okay, that's wiggity wild.
Now what?
I guess I'm applying for a more challenging position. Other job offers?
Part-time still?
Yes, please.
Service delivery or domestic or physical labor?
Service delivery. Okay, fuck you for that. I am eminently qualified to deliver services, whatever the fuck that means. It does sound like prostitution, though.
Oh my god.
It does. It sounds like sex work.
I know, but...
Which would be low on my preferred list of ways to get through college. But apparently I'm pretty in this game, so it's not off the table. And straight. Honestly, if I was pretty and straight, like, being an escort doesn't sound so bad. I really need a job.
So keep chasing?
Try the domestic physical labor. How?
I guess it's full-time or nothing. Let's see if you have that hustle that Mayo's crediting you for.
How old am I?
25 and a half.
Why am I not out of college? Is there you think there's a specific number of events I have to do?
Seems most likely given the game's mechanics, but I can't confirm.
Wow, okay. I I really don't want a full-time job through school. That's a little impossible.
Well,
Can I do another college event?
the student government organization is gathering to hold a meeting. You gonna run for office?
No.
I guess school politics just isn't for you.
Yeah, it's a huge waste of time. What about the job one in the middle?
You need a steady job to play it.
Fuck me. I feel like a millennial. Can't find work, even though I'm arguably qualified for it. College. I gotta get out of college.
Your philosophy professor is delivering a lecture on the image of today's woman. He describes the present generation of young women as morally weak and unable to take a stand. Oh boy. Brace yourselves, boys and girls. Here we go. He criticizes them by saying they are apathetic, naive, even misanthropic, concerned with gathering resources and acquiring worldly goods, and unconcerned with the larger issues of truth, existence, and real love.
Yikes, dude. Go to prison.
What are you gonna do?
Disagree.
You match wits with your professor, but he outmaneuvers you with logic. The fact is that the new generation of young women is going after material possessions more than any other before it. He points to the popularity of classified personal advertisements, which support the notion that even true love and good relationships can be acquired like used cars.
Yeah, fine.
Even though you lose on some minor points, you gain respect from the professor and you get an A for the course.
And can I graduate college, please? I don't know what to do. Let's clear off the bottom two events.
You need a steady relationship for that one. And your mother calls to tell you that your father is in very poor spirits lately. He has lost his job.
Oh no. I'm super sympathetic. I'd talk to him if he wants to talk to me.
What is the one thing you would like to tell him most?
He's a great person and I love him.
Your dad looks at you and large tears begin to roll down his leathery face. He squints hard to keep them in, but they come rushing down the side of his face like long streams.
Was that good?
I mean, he's obviously touched by your sentiments.
Are they going to be okay? Can I help in any way?
Doesn't appear so.
If his job is open, can I apply?
How fucking predatory. You wanna chase a job then?
Yeah, I feel like I am going to be bankrupt.
So you're gonna chase?
Yes.
Now what?
Part-time career training.
Still don't
Come
have the
on, guys, I
qualifications.
just got an A in philosophy. Part-time services.
No.
Part-time domestic labor.
No.
What are the full-time options?
Taking on a full-time job while going to college can be stressful. You sure about this?
No, but yes.
You got options.
Researcher?
No qualifications. Continue chasing?
How much money do I have?
Probably not much now. And your stress has gone too high. Ho! Ho! You are brinked.
I was not expecting that. That's a very low number.
Yeah, you're in the shitter.
Okay. I'm gonna drop out of college.
Apparently,
I
apparently,
dropped out
you're
of
too poor to
college.
drop out.
I don't. That's bananas.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Oh my god.
Alrighty then. Full time.
Here we go.
We're gonna go with labor 1 if they'll let me.
Yeah, I was just thinking that lines up the most with your real job.
Yes.
And yet
Okay.
you're unqualified.
That's the easiest one though. Factory work is considered unskilled labor. Can I get into anything?
Do you want me to try and brute force something for you?
Go down the list.
Okay. This is sounding a lot like Life and Death with the beating heart and all that. It's the same tone too, the D flat.
Really?
Yep. You made it into creative.
That's bananas. Have
Your
no
stress is
qualification.
gone.
Okay, that's incorrect.
Whoa!
What am I doing? What is this? Okay, college. I gotta get out of here.
So you're dropping out.
I don't know.
You have the option now if you wish to take it.
Experience. Please graduate me.
You have just realized that you will never have the time to do a political science term paper due in 3 days. You're approached by someone with a pencil-thin mustache who will gladly sell you a term paper and guarantee at least a B for $5.
Professor Extension.
You don't have enough gentleness for that to work. Too hostile and defensive.
College. Like, I've chosen a major, like, that's all done?
Yeah. You majored in natural science.
Okay. How...
I don't have an answer as to graduation. I really don't know.
One moment, please.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, a cheesesteak at that time was less than that.
Oh, it turns out you definitely can't be gay.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, you heard it here, folks. As a host, I couldn't say that. The player certainly has the right to, but I can't.
Oh, it's just available online now, I think.
Oh, Alter Ego?
Yeah.
I know another site where you can get it. I'm not going to announce it here, though.
You can, in fact, graduate. I know it's possible. Someone posted that they didn't graduate college until they were 60. Alright, we're just gonna... Okay. A college experience, please.
Is the rest of the episode just going to be the college hour?
It could be.
Okay.
I really feel very strongly about this.
During a college vacation break, you bump into someone who used to be a good friend in high school. She chose to skip college and find a job. She's been married twice and has 2 children, working part-time in a clothing factory. When you try to converse with her, she seems distant and aloof, almost resentful.
Can't blame her. Small talk, walk away.
The conversation between you and your friend is stilted and uneasy. You sense a great tension between the two of you. Soon you just get the feeling that she's waiting for you to say something that sounds like you were smart for going to college and that she was stupid for getting a job. She secretly regrets the choice she made but doesn't want anyone bringing it to her attention. Your small talk does take some of the threatening tone out of her voice. You rationalize the experience by saying to yourself,
Oh, Some people just change.
True enough. You wish to continue the same course?
Can we do the job thing in the middle?
Sure. You're trying to move ahead as quickly as possible in your vocational life, but it is rough. The more honest, hard work you do, the more time you spend spinning your wheels and getting nowhere fast. An opportunity arises for you to move ahead. Unexpectedly, a highly influential person slips up. You could capitalize on this error and move ahead, but if you do, that person will be ruined. What are you willing to do?
Oh, Chibi got this in the, 30 minutes I was not listening to her play it. Not aggressive, avoid.
You remain exactly where you are vocationally, doing exactly what Chibi did. You'll probably adhere to the belief that hard work will eventually get you somewhere. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
No, I just don't want to be a monster.
I feel like Solar would not have such qualms.
That's possible. They are not a terribly gentle person. Let me think. Get it, Mayo.
I mean...
Can I... Job.
You're saying the vocational one in the top left?
No, I mean, can I switch to doing a science?
Do you want to attempt?
Well, let's see what it looks like.
So go in and try for full time?
Yeah, what is...
You would be overextending yourself greatly with another job. Please reapply after your work schedule lightens up a bit. So the game doesn't allow you to take on more than one job at a time.
So you would have to...
Which is far outside of reality in this day and age, but...
For real. I don't seem unhappy in this job, or at least they're not telling me that I am. So, college?
Well, what does this tell you?
I'm apparently not stressed by this.
You're not. College?
Yeah.
The drama club is putting on a production, and they are asking for people to come down, join the club, and audition. Want to?
Oh.
Perhaps you're too shy for this sort of thing right now. But you'll probably play out enough dramas of your own in this part of life to create a mini-series, so maybe you're not missing much.
Please let me graduate. This was a mistake.
Keep at.
Yeah, I don't want to drop out.
You may apply for financial aid in college. And sorry about that. Go on.
I am fully buying into the sunk cost fallacy, and I intend to keep throwing good money after bad.
So, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if they'll give it to me. They won't, but we can try.
For how much would you like to apply? Please note that the balance is due at the end of the adulthood module.
Oh. I don't think that's what financial aid means. I think that's just a loan.
Well, adulthood is chapter 5, I believe. So you have the end of next chapter to do this. And I think, by the mechanics of this game, it is debt.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. No thanks.
Alright, let me see if hitting escape actually does this, Joe. Okay. So I was able to get away from it by hitting escape. Let me double check and make sure we didn't debt you in any way. We didn't.
Yeah, I'm apparently doing great.
So I guess we can hit escape to get out of any story.
Maybe, yeah. Let's talk relationships. Since apparently I'm going to be in college forever.
Mm-hmm.
Go on a date?
Gillis admits that every so often, while the two of you are being romantic, he makes believe that you're a famous movie star. What say you?
Like he thinks I'm someone else, or he, thinks that I am me, but am famous?
He makes believe that you're a famous movie star.
Yeah, I think he's pretending that I'm another person. That's fine. Everyone does it.
So you say okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Actually, this is quite a common way for people, both men and women, to add variety to their relationships without actively seeking someone new. The fact that you're open enough to accept it is a good sign.
Yeah, you don't think I'm pretending he's Olivia Wilde?
Meh.
There's an incredible Megan Fox quote.
I think the age limit is 35 on this chapter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at calmness.
I'm zen.
Look at gentleness.
Eh.
It's almost a flip there. Okay, what say you now?
I would like to read you this Megan Fox quote talking about Megan Fox is bi.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Olivia Wilde is so sexy, she makes me want to strangle a mountain ox with my bare hands.
Have you ever felt that way about somebody?
Certainly never in those words, but now that I can put words to it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna end up having a really boring marriage to Gillis?
You're gonna have to go steady first, which incidentally will also unlock the bottom left story.
I'm not excited. Can I have one more date?
Okay. Gillis has an annoying habit that grates on your nerves. Whenever you go out to a restaurant, he licks his fingers at the table and sometimes makes loud suck noise. What do you intend to do about that?
Gently suggest.
If it's really that important to you, he'll be happy to make the adjustment.
I'm marrying this man. That was a really good way for him to react to that.
Do you want to take the steps to marriage?
Well, let's go steady. But he seems super, reasonable.
You make a handsome couple.
Let's try the thing.
The story?
The heart event, yeah.
In a very subtle way, Gillis's family is trying to influence a decision that the two of you are trying to make. On the one hand, you can appreciate their input, but on the other, you're not sure that you should start allowing them this kind of influence over your lives. After all, you two are adults and should be capable of making your own decisions. True observation there, Mayo.
I'd like to... Well, how does Gillis feel about it? This is a thing we would...
I didn't say anything about how Gillis was feeling.
Confused work it out on your own? I don't know exactly where the confused comes into it, but...
This is exactly what Chibi did.
Okay, how'd it go?
Who do you think should tell them that you would like them to keep out of the decision-making process of your lives?
The two of us. If Gillis agrees, I'm not gonna...
She did this too. Good choice. Doesn't seem like you're pushing him to do something against his parents, or that you are doing all the talking and Gillis must passively accept whatever you say. There's no guarantee that Gillis's parents will agree with the two of you, but they should respect your decision.
Alright.
You still want to proceed toward marriage?
I like the sound of him. Can we do another college?
Okay.
We have now reached the age that I actually am. Sex, yes, please.
We're past that now. That was just the last save point.
Oh boy.
There's a guy in one of your classes that seems painfully shy and out of place. He doesn't seem to have many friends, and he dresses in a style that's about 20 years out of date. His hair is oily, and he carries a calculator in a vinyl pouch tied into his belt loop. One day he approaches you nervously and asks if he can borrow your class notes. He was absent the day before.
Yeah, sure.
He thanks you, looks down, and shuffles back to his seat. The next day, you see him, he returns the notebook to you. As he walks away, You notice the powerful scent of Sailor Spice cologne lingering heavily in the air. And as you flip through the notebook, you see a page with your name written in big letters. You turn the page, and scotch taped right onto the notebook is a beautiful diamond necklace. There's a note that reads, "Thank you for lending me your notes. Best wishes, Horace." Wow.
I can't accept that. Return the necklace.
Horace seems hurt when you try to return the necklace. He says, "A guy like me doesn't get to go on too many dates. As a matter of fact, most girls won't even look at me. I figured with all the money I'd saved not going out with anyone, this kind of made up for it."
I can't. Still refuse.
Okay, but I hope you wouldn't mind being my friend.
Yeah, that I can do.
Some of your friends kid you about your new boyfriend, but he just happens to be nicer than most of the creeps you've dealt with before.
Yeah, I bet he's like super cool to like sit next to in class.
Yeah, so age is now 31 and 4.
Jiminy crickets.
Not much has changed on this side of the stats. This side has improved markedly since we started this episode. Especially calmness. Good lord.
I wonder what did that.
Well, probably the fact that you're no longer strapped for cash.
Maybe. That would be interesting if those were connected.
Indeed. Let's see what's left on the main tree. We didn't do much of it in light of all
Yeah,
the
I haven't done like anything.
Yeah, in light of all the college stuff that we had going on. Oh, good grief. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's
You want to
3.
just do all the life and deaths and see if I die?
You want to do that?
Yeah, because it's 10.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing then.
Spin the wheel.
You and a group of people you work with are sitting around having a discussion. The person sitting next to you looks up and says, "I could sure go for a cup of coffee." Several people look up and agree with that suggestion. Turning to you, he says, "Would you make us a fresh pot of coffee? I'm all thumbs, and I hate to go out when there's a coffee maker right here." Horace does seem pretty okay.
Yeah, neutral, make the coffee.
You must either feel comfortable enough with yourself to ignore his comments and make some coffee because you want some. If not, you must feel that it's okay for men to treat women like their personal servants. A female coworker asks if you were offended by the guy.
Oh, was I supposed to be? Shit, I missed that entirely. I just thought, like, he was asking...
Well, what say you?
I figured he was, like, not good at making coffee, and I genuinely didn't get that at all. Apparently that guy's a jerk. And apparently everyone knows it but me, so let's go with the second one.
You must be an extraordinarily confident person.
I missed that entirely. How is that health? I guess that it changed, like, stress stats or whatever?
Don't know, but your stress, the stress light is not on right now.
Very weird.
As for confidence, yes, very high indeed. 86.
Very weird.
Okay, number 2. Left or right?
Whichever.
Looking in the mirror one morning, you begin to wonder what you would look like if you radically changed your hairstyle and made it a different color. We went down this road once before, didn't we?
I'm really not interested. So hold back, because I don't think they'll let me not uninterestedly do it.
Do you want to find out?
That would be very funny.
Do you want to find out?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they won't let me.
No.
Yeah, okay. No thanks.
How will you know unless you try? Have you no sense of adventure? Oh, whatever. Maybe some other time.
These are not dying. I want to die, goddammit.
You haven't had a physical check. Oh my! At 1%, no less.
Uh-oh.
You haven't had a physical checkup for quite some time.
Concerned doctor.
The period between adolescence and early adulthood is one of the life periods that poses the least threat to people physically. The doctor checks you over from head to toe and the examination results show...
Get out. So, what does this mean for the numbers?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, remember that time I had $8? This game is bananas.
Where is Chibi? She will flip. She will flip.
Okay.
Would you like me to spoil something about her run?
Sure.
At about 30% health when she came to this event, she was declared diabetic.
Oh, I remember that.
You are at 1%.
Well, okay, I only drank the bleach once.
But her health stat was...
Maybe the reason it didn't go up is I had just never seen a doctor and I've been fine for a while.
But...
Listen, these excuses sound thin even to me. I gotta see the numbers. You have to show me.
Sure. I don't believe this. Okay, so...
Numbers.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get here so that I can save the game at a point. And everybody else can just look up one of the episodes on Chibi's, and I'll show you this once we get off screen. So, yeah, Jesus Christ Almighty, this has been Alpha.
No, show me the numbers.
We'll show you, but not on the air. Everybody's already.
Why?
Because everybody's already seen it, and I'm not burning airtime digging through when I don't remember which episode it was.
No, my numbers. What does my health number look like?
Oh, your numbers.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying, look.
Da 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 da. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a perfect physical specimen.
I'm done. This has been Alpha.
I am Wit and Adonis.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Good night,
Go fuck
stupid.
yourselves.
Oh, dick.
Good night, all.